Tonight's episode is brought to you by I Know You Fucking Lying. When Lil Lindsay can introduce federal abortion legislation after claiming it was a states' right issue, and Mitch McConnell of all people is like, "Will you sit your monkey ass down?" You know that the GOP is grasping at straws. Lindsay, baby, what is you doing?
What is you doing?
Because if somebody had to ask, I'd say, I know you fucking lying.
Right.
Welcome to Steel Sharpens Steel.
Welcome.
It's another Wonder Twins episode.
Yes, it is. And this is, so you know that we like to tell you that we are, steel sharpens steel. The fourth S is savage because we are classy, bougie, ratchet. And you're getting like 90% ratchet today because we ran into some issues. So
Yeah.
I'll tell you mine first. I was traveling this week for work, dropped my computer in the bathroom at the airport, heard it crack, killed it. It won't turn on. I was going out of town. So when I got back in town, I had to try to fix it. I've been losing my shit slowly all day. And so I just went ahead and bought a new computer because I was tired of messing around with them.
Baller!
That's what money does for you. Yes.
Options. Beautiful
Money
to
gives
have
you
them.
options. And that's when they say money and power and respect. Yeah, I walked into Best Buy like, I don't have time for this bullshit. Give me what is this? Surface? Yes, give me that. Let's go. Move all this over. All right.
Do you
bam.
care how much it costs? I said, this is what I want.
Right. I want
Pack it top.
because it's shiny and black and it's fast. That's all I needed. That's what I like in everything. Ratchet. And so that's why I look like I do because I literally just got home, no makeup on, no nothing. This is au natural. Meanwhile, your boy got the Rona.
Yeah, that's me. So, actually, and this is going to dovetail into our opening segment of the show, but on Tuesday, one of my frat brothers sent me a message about the Maxwell Challenge, the Fortunate Challenge, which is going around the interwebs right now.
Yeah.
That part. And so he was like, "What you gonna do?" And I was like, "Psh, I got this." And so I sang it, right? And I was gonna show it tonight. But before I could show it tonight, and just to be clear, y'all have heard me sing. I killed it. I mean, it's a Maxwell song, and I can do Maxwell's Register. Those of you who are going to be at homecoming will hear me sing Ascension at some karaoke function, and I'm going to knock people dead on their ass. But before I even got a chance to revel in my multi-octave mastery of the opening of the Fortunate Challenge, another of my frat brothers dropped in the chat this little screen grab of Tyrese talking about, "Y'all singing that Fortunate Challenge, you know that was written by R. Kelly." And I was like, God damn. And so the first thing I did, because I couldn't believe it was true, because
First thing you did is Google it.
I Googled it because Fortunate is not about a 14-year-old girl. So I looked, and there it said it was Robert Kelly. And I was like, son of a bitch. I pulled out my Bernie Mac. And then I had to do another quick Google search because if R. Kelly had written Ascension, my soul would hurt. Like, Ascension is my go-to. That is my go-to song. If somebody says, "Oh, Tom, what you want to sing?" Yeah, so that's my thing. So thankfully, Ara did not write Ascension. So my karaoke dominance is secure.
What song is Ascension?
Don't Ever Wonder.
Oh, thank you, because I call that Don't Ever Wonder.
Most people do because he never says the word ascension in the whole song. It's just
Right.
like one of those things. It's like some old Beatles bullshit. You just put some shit in there that don't
Right.
actually mean nothing.
The Walrus.
The Walrus, yeah. So,
But let's not neglect our previous guests and current
Yes.
Sharpie companions here. I've been watching them go back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, literally every other comment is
Right.
CJ and Anthony.
love the meme.
Yep.
Joy! So yes, it was great having our Super Sharpie showdown last week. We thank you. It was an excellent show. We loved having you. It was absolutely amazing. But the segue is not that any of us didn't know this, but R. Kelly is officially a convicted pedophile and purveyor of child pornography. And he's already in jail, but this is the extra bad part of jail. Because now you've been convicted.
Yes.
They know that video of that girl and you, they know that's real and they know that's you. And that's horrible.
Prison code says they don't like
molesters. They don't like child molesters. Even child molesters who inspired the shaking legs challenge. That's him too. Yeah.
What?
Shake.
Oh
shake.
God, no.
Yeah, that's him too. And honestly, the last one of those challenges I saw was the skinny leg lady who got the BBL that looks like two cantaloupes were stitched into her Savage
BBLs
Fenty draws.
Y'all.
Yeah, no, the BBLs is
and the
ugliness.
thighs don't match.
Yeah. Oh, and she has a horrible boob job too. She looks crazy. Like she is literally on 2 chocolate covered Q-tips, 2 cantaloupes in her booty shorts, and 2 grapefruits up top, and glasses. I just, that's like body dysmorphia. Something is going on.
Okay, so body dysmorphia is a serious thing.
It is.
And I don't know. It could be. It could not be. Addiction to plastic surgery is a related but not identical thing.
It is not identical.
And I am not above. Look, I've had enough surgery in my life to understand that surgery can sometimes change your whole life. I had a hysterectomy. I had a breast reduction. I had knee replacement. I had another abdominal surgery. I had bunion surgery in high school. I've had a lot. So I get it. But, I just want people to be happy anyway. I love myself before.
Right.
And I love myself after. And if you are doing something external to make yourself happy, you're going to struggle with that because the happiness has to be from within you. And so if you're happy within and you're like, I'm happy within, but I'm about to get this lipo, girl, do it. Because look, if I had a little bit more baller ass disposable income, I would suck all of this right out the middle. But
okay, so I'm just gonna say this.
Yeah.
To me, there is a difference to every procedure that you described, because some of those were probably like breast reduction usually has to ties into things like back pain,
and I still rocking an F.
Right. And so you had plenty to give to the universe.
Yes.
And then hysterectomy deals with a whole different thing. Yes. But when you choose to modify your natural body shape to the extent that you no longer look like
any of your
a human, right?
Oh, a human! Oh my God!
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
She looks like one of the characters from Cuphead, or like Oswald the Rabbit. Tell me I'm lying though.
I'm not with him.
Okay. I mean, I'm just saying. She don't know me. And she keep putting out videos, so she happy. She getting likes and clicks and stuff is happening like that.
We're not hurting her career. Yeah.
We aren't hurting her career. And as a matter of fact,
wait. What is
leg
going
challenge
on in the chat?
We got people connected and stuff.
Up in here.
Oh. Okay. Just accepted your friend request. Shake. Oh, the vid out here is real. So
don't make him laugh because he got the wrong.
No, please don't make me laugh. So prolaxavid, whatever. There's some pills I gotta take now to help mitigate my COVIDness, and so hopefully I'm gonna be able to run out to the pharmacy and get my Provalaxid. I think that's what it's called, Provalaxid. To help me fight the Rona. But we do have a show.
Yes.
We actually do have a show. R. Kelly was first up on the show. And so I promised that we have an iPhone 14 Pro unboxing. I don't know how many of the rest of your podcast peoples that you listen to or watch actually have an iPhone 14 Pro today. Because what your boy did, it's your boy. As soon as I saw the thing on Apple, I watched it in real time, and I went in and I put my order in that day, and then I had to wait until 5 o'clock in the morning 2 days later to get in queue to get the phone, and then I had to wait a week, and it came today, because that's what they do. Apple tells you when you gonna get your item, and you get your item when Apple says you gonna get your item. And so I got my item today. This is the packaging. Now, this is smaller packaging than they used to have, because the boxes used to be tall, because they used to put a
brick in there,
a charger in there, and now they don't. And people are like, how you gonna buy a phone without your thing? Okay, but you got a charger. Stop it. Most of y'all got iPhone 13 last year.
Let me just say that the charging cords that come from Apple are notorious for disintegrating into pieces within months. And like, you got people doing duct tape around the edge that goes into the lightning piece, and it don't work. I've run through so many chargers.
Well, see, there's a difference. Charging cable is still in here. Charging brick is not in here.
Okay, yeah, I got bricks all over the house.
Right. And I got a word for you. Anchor. Anker. If you want a cable that will last, get you an Anchor. So
okay.
One thing I like about Apple products, they got these little sticky strip things. So they come right off. You ain't got to do hardly nothing to get the little thing. Okay, I lied. There we go. Okay. So this is.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not putting comments up because I'm in Facebook. I'm in StreamYard jail today because I just. Oh.
So this is the box, and you can see. So they were very good. It's all optimized packaging so that it won't move around at all. Right? Here, go ahead. Try to grab it.
Ooh, ah.
So, and this is pretty standard packaging for Apple now. Minimalist packaging. Once again.
Wait.
What?
James says you have to replace the cords every 12 to 16 months. See, they was like, shit, they come out with a phone every 12 to 16 months.
Well, okay, and so this is my point, right? So I decided long ago, never to buy every iPhone Pro. So I had a 7, and I skipped from the 7 to the 10. And then I went from the 10, I waited, I skipped the 11, and I got a 12 Pro. Mm-hmm. And then I skipped the 13 so that I could get the 14. And so, this is my. Oh, it has a little it's moist. This little sheet is a little moist. So one thing I will say right now, I don't know if you can tell.
It's kind of thick.
Well, and look at how big those cameras are.
Mm-hmm.
Those cameras are much more bigger than the cameras on my iPhone 12. So I'm gonna show the iPhone 12 as a comparison. But this is also because these cameras can see into your soul, apparently. So you can see, look at that. I'm trying to wait. So this, yep, and then this. You can see the cameras are a lot more aggressive. A lot more aggressive on these two models. And this is, of course, why I needed to get a new case as well, because the iPhone 14 is a little thicker. It is also a little taller. These are like bullshit increases in dimensions.
Yeah,
honestly.
just so your last case.
Just so my last case don't work. And they did not sucker me, but I did get the Apple Wallet this time, because the Apple Wallet has the Find My feature. So the Apple Wallet attaches to your phone like this magnetically.
Mm-hmm.
It can hold 3 cards, which is not so many cards. But I have my Apple Card built into my Apple Wallet, so I don't ever have to carry it. And then I got my driver's license, and I got a couple of other cards in there. So, but the new wallet has the Find My feature built into it. So if you detach the wallet from your phone, a message comes up on your phone that says, hey, you left your wallet somewhere. You detached your wallet from your phone. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Now, that's kind of annoying when you're at home. You can change the settings so that it doesn't do that when you're at home. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it is kind of convenient. There's not much to say about looking at the phone just, externally, because it's an iPhone, and the form factor of the iPhone hasn't significantly changed
since the iPhone.
Well, no, that's not true. But it hasn't changed significantly.
But it sounded good. Don't mess with my hyperbole.
Since we went to the 11 form factor with the machined edges and not the round edges. One thing that also is kind of annoying too. Oh, this is almost fully charged. Okay, Apple, I ain't mad at you. One of the things that's kind of annoying about this too is that they keep changing what they call the black. So this is, I think midnight black is what they're calling this phone. And I think this phone was space black. And so midnight black is darker.
Right. I'm waiting on the black. I'm waiting on the blackity black. I'm waiting on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, and Anthony, I have to say, if you're going to get an Apple device, right? It is my suggestion that you get an Apple Card. Apple Card, if you were a person who buys Apple stuff, the Apple Card is the only way to go. Because among the features, you get cash back whenever you buy Apple stuff. All of your Apple purchases are interest-free over the life of the purchase. And instead of billing you, like let's say an iPhone costs you $1,000, right? Instead of billing you $1,000 on your card, so that $1,000 sits on your card, they bill you like $50 a month. Mm-hmm. So they split up the $1,000 into 24 payments, and then only hit your card every month. So as long as you pay the balance every month, you never get charged any interest at all. So it's just a super convenient way to buy a whole lot of Apple stuff, which is why I love it.
I got a new screen protector on my iPhone 12 a few weeks ago, and it's like new.
Well, I have the iPhone 12, and honestly, up until the fact where the iPhone was literally running out of capacity, I thought I was going to be okay. But I did want to, set up for me, yeah. I did want this new phone, and so I went and had got it. And now it is literally, this is the other thing I love about staying in the iPhone family. You put your old phone next to your new phone says, hey, babe. And then it throws these little dots on the screen. Unable to activate. What you talking about? Without an internet connection. I didn't connect it to the interwebs. That's my fault. Use Wi-Fi.
That's right. Look, even Prince be like, I know you fucking lying. Like, I love this picture of Prince.
That is a great picture of Prince. Oh. Mm-hmm. Let's see. It looks like it's taking my password.
While he is syncing everything, I want to go to one of the comments that Anthony said. Let's not forget about all the Emmys that were won this week.
The only Q I want to hear about is QUINTA Brunson.
Yes.
And Quinta, God bless you, Quinta. You did it, and you got an Emmy for Cheryl Lee Ralph.
She went from Millie rocking across the internet to an Emmy in like 5 years. That's fucking awesome.
And really, when you think about it, like, most people really got exposed to her on Black Lady Sketch Show.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even 5 years ago. She knew. And she turned her life into an award-winning super hit drama or drama comedy, whatever you want to call it, which is absolutely amazing. I love Abbott Elementary. I cannot wait for Abbott Elementary to come back. It
That is the
was
most realistic and heartwarming and perfect
it's
show about
amazing
our
show.
current educational system. Is great.
Amazing.
If you're not watching it, you're doing life
You're
wrong. Promise
tripping.
you.
Yeah, she is relentlessly optimistic. The Everybody
I even
Hates
got her
Chris guy
song.
is good. She has a song?
She has a song.
I didn't know that. What the
It's
song
her
is?
and Swizzy Mac.
How it go?
So it starts. Well, it came from she did this little skit years ago, and this is when I discovered her when she was still Millie rocking across the internet. And this she's talking to this dude, and they're going out on a date or whatever. It's her boyfriend, and he's like talking too much to the waitress, and she's like, "See, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Like you ain't had to do like all of it." He goes, "Oh, I didn't do anything. You know, whatever. It's cool. Relax, relax." And then wait, I'm gonna find the song for you so you can hear it because I got it on my phone.
It's
Play.
scanning my face right now.
Just let you hear the lyrics. It's coming. Yeah, those are all the lyrics. You got me fucked up, and you can catch these hands.
That's pretty amazing.
It was my
I
theme song. So look, TK is like, that's my jam. You got me fucked up, and you can't catch
catch these
these
hands.
hands. Yes. Hmm.
You can catch these hands.
Yeah, the name of
So
the song is "These Hands" by Quinta Brunson and Swizzy
by
Mac.
Quinta Brunson and
Hmm.
Swizzy Mac. I am not mad at
Yeah,
all.
but
Uh,
so we had her winning. We had Lizzo
yes, for
winning
the
for "Watch
girls, for
Out
the
for the
big
Big Girls."
girls.
Yeah,
Yep.
yo, I'm not a fan of reality television because it can be so cruel and mean and cutthroat, and it's always like there can only be one. You know, it's all like
Right.
different shades of Highlander. But Lizzo's show was so different and so beautiful and so like it was everything to me. I don't even really watch TV like that, and let me tell you
You said
how.
Highlander.
Yes, yes. And I have watched Lizzo's entire one season of Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls 3 times from start to
Wow.
finish. Every time somebody comes to my house, especially if it's a woman, I'm like, yo, have you seen this? Yo, we watching it right now. And I get them started, and then I will continue the thing. I cried through almost every episode because it is so good. And
Now
you
what
feel
network is that on?
it is an Amazon Prime original, I
Oh,
believe.
okay. So those of you who have Amazon Prime, go on ahead and
Hmm.
do that. Um,
And it's so the whole premise of the show is she is hosting a competition to find new dancers, backup
right.
dancers for her. But she calls her backup dancers the big girls because they ain't little, you know. And she's looking for people who are plus size dancers. And then if you think
Who
about
are
dance
dancers.
dancers, I'm not talking about plus size, people who just wave their arms around and say I'm tired. I'm talking these girls got stamina. These girls
Dancing.
got
Yep.
precision. There one of them is like from the Honeybees, which is like over in Alabama,
Oh,
like where
Alabama State.
yes, so these girls are fire and they be putting it down. And she talks about the way she picks them, and it's little things, especially me being like a person that focuses on like diversity and inclusion. I'm sitting here listening to her, and the way she and her choreographer are talking to these women. One of the girls, as they're like practicing, she's like, "What are we missing? What are we lacking?" And the choreographer says, "It's not about what you lacking; it's about what you need to learn. Like, change your mindset."
Right.
And she's telling them, "You're beautiful, and she's so great, and I love her, and she's everything." And here's the rub. She tells you, "I got 10 spots
Right.
that are available on my crew, and it's 10 people gonna be in the show. There, you don't. Your competition is not the other girls. Your competition is yourself.
You.
You can make my squad. All you got to do is be good enough. There is no just knocking somebody off. You are the weakest link. You and I
Right.
be America's Next Top Model type bullshit." And it's great to see these girls grow and find themselves in different ways and discover their own. It's beautiful. It is what I wish more television shows would do. You don't have to be ugly to each other to be entertaining because the shit is fire. The routines are fire. The girls are gorgeous. It's wonderful.
It's interesting because for many years, things like Survivor and The Amazing Race were dominating the reality television space. And then RuPaul came in with RuPaul's Drag Race, and all of a sudden it was a different sort of competition that was more about fun and general affirmation of people and blah, 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 blah. And now Big Girls has knocked RuPaul off the perch, which I'm sure RuPaul was like,
bitch.
But it's great to your point. I think, Joy, it's so wonderful to see a show that is affirming. It's a competition show in texture, but it's not a competition show in actuality.
Right.
And so to see these women be affirmed, and the tears, and they breaking their backs doing the steps and all of that. It's a wonderful show.
And it's awesome. They do the same thing like that Tyra does with the transformations. We're gonna change your hair, change clothes, and you get to pick. They doing little videos and stuff, like it's awesome. It's awesome. Like Take Five with Fanae Five. Hey girl. She was saying that if you watch the show, some people don't make it because they can't keep up, they can't learn the choreography or whatever. But she always tells them, just because the competition is to go on tour with her.
Right.
You can still perform with her at this award show, at this Saturday Night Live, whatever. So she kept in touch with everybody that made the cut to be on the show, and it's still giving them opportunities, right? And so that's another thing. Like, you don't ever see them people that like get kicked off of America's Next Top Model. You don't see them again. Matter of fact, you don't see some of the winners again. Right, so
I can remember Yaya DaCosta, who wasn't a winner, and I can remember Eva Marcille.
Eva, it was is that her name? I thought it was Eva Pigford.
It is Eva Pigford, but Pigford is not a name. I guess she associated with being a supermodel, so Marcille, and now she's married, so maybe she's using the married name. I don't know.
But her,
that's about it. Oh, and my frat brother, who won on the boys versus girls season, who is among other things. He, Oh, Takara Jones, that's true.
True.
Takara Jones is like the Jennifer Hudson of America's Next Top Model. She ain't win, but she out here winning over some of them other chicks.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely, one wonders if this is the kind of show that will get a second season. But
because if she does,
what it is kind of like a perfect encapsulation of this moment in this aspect of her, her tour and her artistic life. So it's great that she won. It's
great. And then let's not forget. So going back to Quinta's show, Cheryl Lee Ralph won it. And if you get a chance, go to YouTube and look up Cheryl Lee Ralph's her acceptance speech and the song and air. She proves once again why she is Hollywood royalty, whether y'all want to recognize it or not. She is a diva, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
she's amazing.
No, she's your dream girl. I don't know. So I'm in a couple of groups, and one of the groups I'm in on Facebook is called Chop It Up. And the people in Chop It Up, whenever there's an award show, red carpet or whatever, they talk about people's outfits. Now, I can't say I was thrilled at the combination of the orange and the black.
But orange is the new black.
Yeah, but it's too close to Halloween for that. And she had a little black box purse.
I'm not with you.
And, she rocked it. And she gave leg. She was working. There was just something
CJ's with you. She's like, she didn't like the look either.
And then the ponytail was just so extra. I could have done with an updo, a little chignon, something. Because that's what I think of. I'm thinking Dina, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not thinking, the ratchet ponytail, even if it did have Swarovski crystals all throughout it. The speech, though.
Yeah, the speech.
You could only see the top of the dress in the speech, and the top of the dress looked great. But when that red carpet pose, I was like, "You're serving leg. I feel you, but is that orange? Is that orange?
I'm not with him.
Why couldn't you just do black satin or even gold satin? That was so conspicuously orange. And I could not see a jack-o'-lantern. But Cheryl Lee did the damn thing. Okay, that's fine, James. You can ignore me. I'm
So
just
for those
saying
who are wondering what she looked like, there is.
that's definitely not the best pose. The other pose I saw was much better. The legs are beautiful. But that's not it is not red, CJ. It is orange, and the purse is orange.
Oh, it's orange.
No, it's orange.
Yeah. No, it's not red at all.
It is not. It is not red at all. But let's not talk about those things. She got an Emmy,
Yeah.
and she deserved an Emmy.
The Emmy's so black this year. It was
Oh,
awesome.
so black. Blackity black, black, black. It couldn't have been no more black women to win Emmys this year. Couldn't have hardly been. And so, it was a wonderful expression. Jimmy Kimmel can go kick rocks somewhere, and to his credit, he invited Quinta onto the show the next day, and she kind of flipped it and reversed it on him, and kind of booted him off his own opening monologue to make space for herself, which I thought was very appropriate. But
Jimmy Kimmel is an okay dude. He'd always get it right, but
in the moment, he owns it.
He's got a good heart. Yeah.
Yeah, he owns it. So
And
and
that's
it's
all,
fine.
I'm going back on my DEI stuff. That's all I ever ask of white people is try to get it right. And when you get it wrong, own up to it and make amends. That's all you have to do. All this
All you gotta
doubling down and being like, that never happened. I don't believe you. I've been injured too.
No.
Just be like, ooh, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Let me fix it.
That was super
And
dumb.
fix it. We're not canceling him, because he fixed it in a good way. Just that's all I ask. It's all I ask of you.
That's all anybody asks.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
It has been it's been a week. It's been a day. I'm gonna say one more thing about the diva that is Cheryl Lee Ralph, because I will tell you right now, sometimes it's not so much what you wear as much as what you wear with what you wear. And I'm here to tell you,
he did used to run fashion shows, so Tom knows of what he speaks.
Yeah, I'm not just completely talking out my ass. But if she had rocked this hairstyle, I would have bought in with the dress, especially if the dress had that shoulder.
The Lego lantern.
Even you said Lord of the Rings, the orange lining of power. You called her Lego lantern. Holy shit. Yeah, if she had done that, because that's what I think of when I think of Cheryl Lee Ralph. I don't that ponytail. It was extra, but that's okay. It was her moment. She killed it. She rocked it. Everybody who kills it and rocks it does not do so on the runway. That's all I'm saying.
True.
On the red carpet, and so that was brilliant. Moving on. While we're talking about women and their bodies, Lil Lindsay, we talked about it at the top of the show, when the rest of the grand old party was trying to run away from the Dobbs decision and the havoc it has wreaked on their electoral prospects. Bear in mind that all across the country, women are registering to vote in much higher numbers than men are registering to vote. And if you are a first-time registrant,
like 2 to 1,
you fixin' to vote this fall.
and they're not necessarily registering for a party. They're just
registering to vote. That's all they're doing. So this is what it's looking like. So you got these people who are registering to vote. They are women, and they're angry. That's the other thing. Elections, voter registration, voter engagement, voter participation, getting to the polls, fear and anger are potent drivers. If you're happy, that's what happened in 2010. We were happy that Obama got elected. We good. And then 2010 came and wiped it all away because we were happy. But people are angry. And there's an 11 percentage point swing in Texas, of all places, of new voter registrations. And I don't know if Beto's going to be able to pull it off. Beto ain't pulled it off the last 2 times.
Of the three potential upsets between Georgia, Florida, and Texas, he was the furthest away.
Yeah. And so
But Texas
who
been
knows?
fucking up.
Well,
First they
and
let the
Abbott,
power grid go.
right,
Then they be running doing some straight up Gilead type shit down there.
right.
Yeah, it's
And
not looking
Abbott
good.
isn't so popular.
And Texas has a disproportionate number of young college educated people because of UT Austin,
Right.
and all of the four different colleges in Houston and about 15 other little colleges sprinkled throughout. Yo, it's a lot of young, like I said before, a lot of young white girls like, wait, what? And so
What?
what you want to what? I don't think so. And
Yeah, in
so
between doing all those little, what is that little challenge that all the little white sorority girls be doing? Some guy has a song, and the videos are all of like the 8 cheerleaders in the sorority house stand out front, and the 64 chicks that can't dance are just doing this in the background.
is that like their version of swag surfing?
It is swag surfing, but there's a song that it's like, they're doota doota deeta doota da 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 dana 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 da 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 dana da, and so they get the 8 girls that can actually do the dance, and then everybody else is just like, those are my sisters, and they're just waving in the background. And it's like Lil Duval posted a video on his Instagram, and he was like, Deltas, aka Zetas, and Rose, you got 2 weeks.
Right.
And they were like, this will not be responded to.
No. Silence.
And I was
I
like,
just want you to know that when we do our highlight sizzle reel, I want the I want that clip in the sizzle reel.
Yeah, so that's gonna be. But y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right. But Anthony makes a good question. Like, will all this registering to vote, will it make a difference at election time?
Well, so that's the thing. So if you are registering now, that's because you intend to vote. You're not going through the motions of registering right in this moment to not vote.
To vote in 2024.
Exactly.
You got to vote now.
And Trump is not on the ballot. Trump is putting himself in the space of the ballot, but Trump is not on the ballot. You can't vote for Trump.
Right. In addition to that, these are all popular votes.
Right.
There is no electoral college at state level. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So all of your votes count. I was listening
to don't sleep. Texas is purple as fuck. Like, it's a whole lot. Austin itself is a bastion of liberalism, and Houston is quietly a sanctuary city. But their combined might against the DFW area and the San Antonio area, and then you got 8 hours of rural fuckery going west. It just depends on how much of a groundswell they can get.
I mean, they elected 8 sisters to be judges in Houston.
Houston been on one since Juneteenth,
right?
1865.
So, it's definitely something that's possible. And when the GOP would rather be talking about inflation and how inflation really hasn't abated, when they'd rather be talking about other issues, Biden's lack of popularity, here comes Lil Lindsay, and Lil Lindsay said, I'll help you, and threw a Hail Mary saying abortion at 15 weeks, countrywide. And people are like, what? Oh, and he called it about the most pandering unborn child anti-fetal pain late-term abortion ban. Lindsay, ma'am, 15 weeks is not a late-term abortion. It's barely out of the first trimester.
Right.
Barely out of the first trimester. And you aren't a woman, technically. So you need to shut up. This is not your thing. I've gotten into arguments with people, and people talk about, abortions, blah, 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 blah. More pregnancies are lost to miscarriages than abortions.
Yeah, but when they pull up statistics about births that were terminated or lost, they put all them numbers together and start saying how many millions of babies have been aborted, and that number, more often than not, when they start spouting those statistics, they include spontaneous, because they call them spontaneous abortions, really a miscarriage.
Right.
And so and you think about the women that are trying to get pregnant and can't. And then to potentially be brought up on questions and criminal charges when you lost a baby that you wanted to love. That is some cruel shit. That is just cruel.
And Chrissy Teigen just came out this week.
Yes.
Talking about, no, I did not have a miscarriage. I had an abortion to save my life.
It is what it is.
I mean, and she
Cause,
lives in social media.
and I mean, we talked about what was the House of. So the funny thing is, the name of the show is House of the Dragon, but for some reason, Black people call it House of Dragons,
Oh
and
yeah,
I
that's
don't know
me.
why. Yeah, we talked about House of Dragons early on. The first episode, spoiler, um, they do some bullshit like this, and then you realize trying to save the fetus at the expense of the
The
mother
mother.
doesn't work that way.
No. And
Right.
he
It
lost
just
the
makes.
baby anyway.
Yup.
I actually call it Game of Dragons. I don't even call it House of Dragons.
Game
I
of
call it
Dragons.
Game of
Game
Dragons.
of Dragons.
House of the Dragon. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Game of Dragons.
No.
That's all it
Game.
is.
Yeah. Dragons. Yeah.
Them dragons. And the dragons look good. I'm a person, I'm a blurred. I have a blurred podcast that I do every week after this show. And I'm watching Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, because Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power is black as hell too. You got black
Wait.
dwarves, black elves, black queens, human queens. You got black people all over the place. Black Harfoots, which are Hobbit precursors.
Is
Go
that a
ahead, Joy.
Herfoot?
Harfoot.
Would that be a
Harfoot.
no? But I mean, if they're black, would it be a Herfoot? Since we say her. Anyway,
Yes.
I need you to go back through these comments. I'm sorry, y'all. Normally I run the comments, but I'm on probation today because it's a brand new computer for
Yeah,
me.
it's a brand new computer.
Uh,
No.
but it's so Bobby. Start with Bobby Holiday. He would puke if he saw a vagina. And then there's Mike Bartlett. And no one. Lindsay. I'm not wacko. You're whack. Y'all are wacko.
Y'all are wacko.
Y'all are
I'm not
wacko.
wacko. Y'all are wacko.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Pearl Clutch.
And then Vera talking about he is a one-man wrecking crew.
You know what? Keep on wrecking, Lindsay. Go ahead. Because if it's Lindsay that gets these women to take up arms and go to the ballot box and vote down this effery, and I mean, retaining the House that's a long walk. That is a long walk.
Yep.
But if we hold on to the House and increase the Senate, oof.
We could do some things. Now, again, there's a lot of things going on when we look at how we are attacking defunding and dismantling our educational system, how we refuse to put how we fight any sort of funding for higher education, even though some other countries just be giving away for free. We seem to can't be able to do that. And when I say we, I mean the people who are currently profiting and thriving in this current power structure. It's in their best interest to have an ignorant populace, because when you have an ignorant populace, meaning they don't know how their own government works, they
Ugh.
don't know anything about the actual issues of the day, they're ignorant to how tenuous our hold on democracy and even on clean water really is in this country.
Oh.
We won't even get inside of that. They want you to be stupid and ignorant of what your life really is or could be like. Because if they can keep you ignorant, then that means they can tell you anything. And if they can tell you anything, they can make you believe anything, and then they can control you. So an ignorant populace can be controlled. Exactly, Anthony. Ignorant folks are so easily misled. If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall. If you don't stand for something, you fall
You'll
for
fall
anything.
for
All that
anything.
kind of thing. So the fact that we have so many highly educated people, even folks coming out of high school, are more consciously and socially aware than a generation ago, and they're registering to vote. And so you see the Republican Party running out of empty talking points, and they can no longer confuse people or mislead people in the numbers that they used to. And so the fear mongering isn't work. It's like telling somebody who's 35, "Ooh, the boogeyman is going to get you." And they're like, "Boogeyman, man, I'm going to work." Like, we're not here for it no more. And they've created such an environment of distrust, especially among the younger generations, the Xennials and the Z's and so on and so forth, that they're looking at them like, "I don't believe nothing you say because I've been watching you since I was 10, and you've been on evolution since I was 10 years old." Also remember, we have a group of children who were 5, 6 years old when Obama became president, and now they are voting age. And so for their whole developmental life was a black man, cool as hell, cooler than the fan, no scandals, etc., who was president of the United States. They have that to fall back on. Like, how come
Right.
we can't get that back? So there's a lot of things going on right here as to why you see so much frantic action from the Republican Party, because they're trying to continue to say, look over there. And the rest of us are sitting here like, I know you fucking lying, and now they don't know what to do. So it'll be interesting to see how all these people registering to vote, how this plays out, especially here in Georgia. We're looking at Stacy one more again.
We need to
Florida
look
is kind
harder
of
at
lost.
Stacy. Stacy's behind.
Bruh, look, we doing everything we can.
We need to look a little more harder
Every
at Stacy.
every divine nine I know is out here beating the bushes trying to drum up votes for Stacy.
Okay.
So
Let's keep it up.
yeah,
CJ said that Lil Lindsay is a one-woman wrecking crew. I would say he's a 150 million woman wrecking crew if he gets his way. Think about it.
what?
It's 150 million women in this country, and he's trying to take you all down.
Oh yeah, because he want to be the only woman in this country. That's a terrible thing. It's terrible.
I'm the only woman who can control my body.
And I still get so aggravated when I hear people talking about my body, my choice over a mask. But then when they say, well, you
All up
can't
in
have
your
any
uterus.
choice. Yeah. All of them, get out of there. Leave it alone.
Yeah, I just.
I'm gonna say something real dirty. You ready? So
Oh boy.
be ready to split this out later. So y'all out here can't find the clitoris but want to be all up in the uterus. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. I didn't stutter, and I meant what I said.
You did not stutter.
CJ said, I just dropped
I just dropped my phone. And Vera Jordan said, bloop.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrea, please do not wreck your car driving down the freeway.
Yeah, please do not. Please. I know where the clitoris is. Just.
I mean, it ain't hard to find.
It's not.
It's
As a
right
matter of fact,
there.
when you're down there, it's practically smiling at you.
Right.
It's going,
Right.
Hey.
And if you're doing it right, it might just poke you in the eye.
goink.
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
But yeah,
I gotta put
thank
a
you,
mask
James.
on.
But but Lindsay don't go down there.
Oh, no.
No.
No. Lindsay ain't going nowhere near there.
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, I don't ever think I've seen a clitoris.
Right. Is that near Kentucky?
I think one time when I was driving down the freeway, I might have passed through clitoris.
Is that a type of turtle?
Clitoris?
Tortoise. We really are loopy. We are just silly over here today.
Yeah, I'm COVID-licious right now. I'm gonna close the door because the cleaning crew is here. No, he's not going downtown at all. Can't spell it, find it. Okay, so there's another little thing that I wanted to talk about today because I could not believe.
See, she said clitoris. Isn't that the fella that worked for Daddy back in the day? Yes.
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 It is. So, one of the big stories that came out this week, we're at 49 minutes, Joy. We said we were going to keep it to an hour.
We did.
One of the stories that came out this week was about a walking, talking garbage heap of a person asshole named Brett Favre. And they call him Brett Favre because white people are too lazy to realize that really it's a French name.
Yeah.
So it's really Favre.
Yeah.
But they don't want to say Favre.
So he's just
So they just say Favre. What you could say is welfare cheat. Brett Cheater. Because he directed 5 million. Now, and this is in Mississippi. Mississippi poor as hell, y'all.
So wait, Did he direct it or did he get 5 million and not
He
do anything
he
with it?
directed $5 million to build a volleyball stadium for his daughter. Now, he made $100 something million as an NFL person, and literally they got the texts going back and forth. Are you sure I'm not going to be caught? No, we got it. He's on board. It's all good. Great. So here's this little reminder.
That is beautiful. That that is beautiful.
Took a knee, took millions from welfare. In Mississippi, you are
The poorest state.
the poorest state. And not for nothing, Jackson, Mississippi's water looks like gravy. They're just now getting it together. But for weeks, it literally looked like gravy. Like when you used to pour water on your dog's food and it says it makes its own gravy. And the dogs would be like, that's what it looked
Gravy
like.
train. It did.
It looked like gravy train dog food water
Yeah.
coming out of a spigot.
Like you know how if you've ever been to like an island or whatever, they tell you to run the water for a second, so until
Yeah,
it
just
clears
so it
up,
clears up a little
it
bit.
never clears up.
Never clear. It got darker.
Yeah.
It was like, maybe it's a little lighter. And yes, he didn't think anybody would find those texts.
Still throwing it aside.
Interceptions! Don't make me laugh.
No. But I don't see, the thing to me is I don't understand how
Yeah.
anyone.
Speeches he didn't give.
Yeah.
That was the other thing.
Yeah,
He
didn't get that-
accepted money for speeches he ain't even give.
And then he tried to turn that money back in, and they were like, "No, we ain't trying to hear this."
No, fuck you.
Oh, did I not get that speech and keep the money? I'm so sorry. Here you go. Nah, bruh. Nah, you
Nah.
going to jail.
Favre should have learned about text messages. I mean, first the FSU cowgirl and then the Mississippi governor. Yes, sir.
That's what I was just about to say. It's not like he don't know text messages never go away.
Right. I mean, unless you're Secret Service, and which is what CJ was saying, that he thought he was working Secret Service for Trump because their
Yeah,
text
just
messages did go away.
disappear.
I don't think those messages are gone, incidentally, and we promised we weren't going to say that person's name, but it was an accident.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm like literally.
Yeah. He got the Rona. His lungs are gone.
I mean, I wouldn't say gone, but yes, I am definitely suboptimally prepared this evening to conduct the show. We had another thing we wanted to talk about. I fought. Let me see what I said in the thing. Because we got R. Kelly, we got Lil Lindsay.
DeSantis.
This Satan, Jesus.
So for those of you who don't know, just look up DeSantis trafficking and see what you get, because apparently Ron DeSantis, and this is the way it's looking in some of the news stories that we track. And I want to make sure that I do not cast any aspersions that have not been proven. But apparently, what it seems like has been happening is he has been involved with getting migrant people as they cross the border, and having someone convince them that there are jobs available up in Martha's Vineyard if they just go up there, and basically moving illegal immigrants across the country to become cheap labor in Martha's Vineyard and up in Boston and a few other places. So that is technically what human trafficking is. Like, that is the definition.
Right. And the thing is, I thought a person interested in moving underage minors across state lines would be Matt Gaetz.
Well, yeah, but these are not
These
all
are-
underage. So,
Well, if any of them are underage, that's Matt's
well,
thing.
you know, he might be siphoning them off. I don't know.
Putting them into a special cart.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's disgusting. He is a horrible person. And the very fact that he thinks it's appropriate to engage in this sort of foolery is a
And
damn shame.
The thing that gets me though is like, you know, like Jason Hayes says they don't have the stones to charge him. But beyond that, the people that were going to vote for him are not going to change their vote, because they're not voting for Ron DeSantis. They're voting
No.
for the idea that,
Right.
they can hold on to white power. And they don't care anything about these illegals that are coming across the border. They shouldn't be here anyway. He can do whatever he wants to them, blah, blah, blah. Treat them like animals. That's what the chattel slave trade was all about. They're not human, so we can do whatever we want with them. And he is enacting the same fucking thing.
The only good thing about Florida this time is that there's a white man who used to be a Republican running against him. So.
You talking about Charlie Crist?
Uh-huh.
Charlie Crist is the Joe Biden of Florida. He's not bad, but I would say could do better.
I'd say Ben Nelson is closer to the Joe Biden of Florida.
Okay.
But Ben Nelson lost. But Charlie Crist,
I met him once. He was orange back then.
I think maybe Charlie Crist, I'd love to hear a Florida person weigh in. Maybe he's more like the Mitt Romney of Florida. He's just kind of like a little amorphous. Like, he's non-offensive to anybody. Seems pretty clean cut.
But he's still racist. And he's still white supremacist. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by the difference. He doesn't actively go out of his way to make sure that people are disenfranchised. He just doesn't recognize how the system that he's working in is still disenfranchising people. So Correct. He's ignorant of his privilege and of his bias. And he's just living his little life like most Americans.
Correct.
So he's not harmless. He's just not actively harmful.
Correct. I'd still prefer him over
I'd
Ron
take
DeSantis.
Paint over Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, I mean, literally.
I would take Satan from the Montero video over Ron DeSantis.
I would take Satan from the South Park.
Bruh, not Satan. South Park Satan. South Park Satan was crunk though. I mean, he knew how.
Yeah, South Park Satan was everything. He had a
sensitive soul.
He did. Yeah, no, South Park Satan was everything. I don't know why you bullshitting.
But Mike makes a good point. It's parallel to the reverse freedom rides of the 60s.
Yes.
Yeah,
See,
learn
Mark
something
Bartlett,
new every day on this show. Now y'all got to go look up reverse freedom ride.
First of all, y'all people don't know who the Sharpies are.
Right. And Robin Miller makes a point. Like I said, Charlie Crist isn't evil, but the bar is low after all. Well, we'll take him over Ron. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what it comes down to. You got to take.
Which is how we got Biden. That's why I made that original thing. Like, you want to not Ron.
Right.
Whoever runs. Bless you. But Chris has been there before. He's not bad. Bless you.
Thank you.
He's not terrible.
No.
You know how somebody asks you if they look good and you say, well, you're not ugly? That's the most I can give him is he's not terrible. Wow.
And even that is a low bar. Okay. My goodness, 58 minutes. Okay, we got 2 minutes to fix this. To finish this off.
What you want to do, boss? What's the movie? Honk for Jesus?
Yes, you saw it finally.
Yes, I saw it. Y'all talked about it last week?
We talked about it 2 weeks ago, I think, actually. Okay. But go ahead. I'd love to hear your take. I've already offered my take.
So, I'm just not catching up. And so I saw Honk for Jesus. And I would say I saw a lot of people talking about the Eddie Long references and about, the parallels, et cetera, et cetera. For me, that was Regina Hall's show.
It was
her movie.
Especially in the third act.
And I'm glad that you told me it was a Jordan Peele production because I could see the darkness in it. Like people are like, this isn't funny. This is yes, exactly. It's not funny.
Exactly.
And watching, like Sterling did a good job because I wanted to punch him dead in his face multiple times.
He was
But I saw so much, not of just the plight of the first lady of the church, but the plight of a lot of women when they're trying to figure themselves out and figure out how they can fit into a powerful man's life. I saw a whole lot of her sacrificing her own happiness, her own joy, her whole orgasm for her husband. That was some bullshit. That was why I could never be her ever.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, I was looking at it like, but see, it did. Oh, hell no. And But I also like I did this on Chuck's page when he was talking about it. I compared it to The Wire because towards the end of The Wire, you start to see the next generation of drug dealer, stick up boy,
Mm,
homeless dude, hustler, all of
mm,
that in those kids. They grow up to be and replace who was there before. And I saw that second couple that's a little younger, that's just now hitting their stride, but started off with some ratchetness because they did them dirty,
mm-hmm.
being the next. They're just 10 years behind.
Right.
They're the next generation of gimmicky, in it for the money, in it for the power, quasi religious group. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was just. I think it was very poorly marketed.
Yeah.
I think it should not have been. Um, I think they should have leaned into the darkness
Yeah.
because I think it was very surprising
Mhm.
for people. And so uncomfortably surprising for people that it probably impacted a
Mhm.
lot of audiences who were thinking on the basis of Regina Hall, who kind of made her bones in comedies,
Mhm.
uh, that they figured, especially from the show where um, she's not really demonstrating drama. It's all like, oh, the
Yeah.
first lady,
Yeah.
because that was her first act persona, right?
Yeah. But
So,
if you take out the idea that it's a comedy and you just
hmm
look at it as following these people around, it is dark as hell.
it is. No,
Mhm.
it's super dark.
You keep wanting to laugh and feeling uncomfortable when you do.
No, it's extra mega darkalicious for
Mhm.
sure.
Mhm.
It is dark,
Jordan
dark.
Peele, you are insane, and I love it. You
Yeah,
crazy though.
it is crazy.
Mhm.
It is crazy. But at any rate,
Yes.
um,
We are at an hour. Anything else you wanted to talk about? Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. You know, we are marching forward. We hope to have a lot more. Oh, one thing that we did miss is that the primary season is over,
Yes.
and so now we're moving into the midterms, and hopefully the fact that the GOP nominated a real blockhead idiot in New Hampshire to run against Maggie, that she will be able to overcome and not suffer
It
a
is so
loss.
dangerous how people are putting up these know nothing, do nothing, learn nothing candidates, just to have a body in place in so many places, and using 45's continual, ever present popularity to get people with no understanding of how to
None.
run a government elected
None.
into office. We're going to be, not only the laughing stock of the world, but we're going to, all empires crumble from the inside.
Yep.
And this is how it starts, where you have people in power that have no business even running a bake sale, let alone the country. And
Right.
it's really dangerous.
It's horribly dangerous.
Hmm. We
So
got idiocracy, like I told you before.
it is
Hmm.
idiocracy. It's absolutely idiocracy. So that being said, what I will say is that I'm Tom Cunningham,
I am Joy Stevens.
and this is Steel Sharpens Steel. Just over an hour. Peace out.
Deuces.
Get your iPhone.